Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yafia Aiko Teguh, but everyone calls me Aiko. I'm in the 8th grade of junior high school, and I'm from SMP Karanganyar. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that in West Java, to be precise, in the city of Garut, there is a lake known as Situ Bagendit? This lake is really famous for its interesting origin story. And I, Aiko, will tell you about the story of Situ Bagendit. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a really rich woman with the status of a widow who inherited abundant wealth from her dead husband. Unfortunately, she and her husband were not blessed with children, so she lived alone. During her life, she had always been arrogant. She also did not want to help her neighbor who lived in poverty. She even always kicked out everyone who came to her house to ask for help violently. And because of her stingy attitude, the residents dubbed her the Bagendit. Bagendit means a rich person who is stingy. Bagendit works as a loan shark. She lends her money with a really large interest with a short repayment period. Many residents are unable to pay off their debts. As a result, many rice fields and their fields were confiscated by Bagendit. Many villagers fell into poverty because they no longer had agricultural land. They were also forced to work in the rice fields that already belonged to Bagendit, even though their salary was really small. Not even enough to meet their family's needs. When the dry season arrived, the small hill village was hit by drought. All the rivers are dry. Due to lack of water, the villagers came into Bagendit's house to ask for some water. Because Bagendit's well is still abundant in water. Baginda, the river water is drying out. We're having a hard time getting water. Will you please give us a little water from your well? What did you say? That's my well. Of course the water is just for me. If you want to get water, just look elsewhere. Go away. They finally left. Bagendit refused to help again, even though only a few buckets of water were asked for. Not long after they left, an old man who walked with a cane approached her. Hey, old man, why did you come here? Baginda, I'm so thirsty. Will you give me a sip of water, please? I've asked all the villagers, but they've run out of water. Instead of helping the poor old man, Bagendit took his cane and beat him with it. After beating the poor old man, Bagendit threw her cane beside the old man who was still flowing on the ground. I don't have any water for you, old man. Go, or I can act more cruelly. You are really miserly and arrogant. You will feel the appropriate retribution, I swear. man stuck his cane on the ground and tried to stand up. After he stood up, he pulled out his cane and unexpectedly a burst of water came out of the old man's cane mark. Hey, why does the water come out of your cane marks? Are you a witch or something? The burst of water slowly caused a flood. The residents who realized it panicked and ran to escape, while the old man disappeared somewhere. Please help me! Anyone help me! I will give you anything! Gold, jewelry, diamond, anything! Help! Unfortunately, the village where she lived was empty of residents, and no one heard her screams. The water also drowned the house of Bagendit and the entire village. All the residents finally survived. They watched their village, which is now turned into a lake that drowned Bagendit with all her treasures. Finally, the lake was named Situ Bagendit. In Sundanese, Situ means port, while Bagendit is taken from the name of Bagendit. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all from me. Thank you and see you next time.